Good Tuesday, everyone. Looking at our Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union weather headlines, we're monitoring a flash flood risk that continues through Thursday. Yesterday, we had some flood advisories issued around the area. Strong storms are possible Thursday. I'm not overly concerned about that, but it is on my radar. Below average temperatures continue to be in the forecast for much of this week, and monitoring shower chances for Saturday as yet another cold front comes through. I know many of you all want to have weekend plans, so that's why we especially always keep an eye on those weekend forecasts for you. So today's level of concern, just some general thunderstorms and a low end flash flood risk. I don't expect any severe thunderstorms like yesterday, just some heavy downpours and some of the stronger storms. So Clearview Closet and Blind brings us our 5-day forecast and got the scattered showers and thunderstorms for today. 70% chance, highs in the low 70s. Wednesday, a 50% chance. So it looks like the forecast has trended just a little bit drier for Wednesday. So if you have outdoor plans, you still need an indoor backup plan, but it's not looking as wet as it maybe did yesterday. Now, Thursday is looking like the wettest of the next 5 days. 90% chance now of rain and storms as we have a cold front that'll be coming through. Gusty winds even. Been a while since we've had a windy day. South winds 5 to 10, gusting to 20. Highs in the mid 70s. And again, some of those storms could be on the strong side. Friday, partly cloudy, highs in the low 80s. Some of the guidance is putting a couple of showers on us on Friday, so don't be surprised if I have to add a couple of showers to that day. And then Saturday, as another cold front comes through, 50% chance for showers and thunderstorms. So I'll monitor that forecast very closely. It looks like that's going to be a pretty strong front, so Sunday could be a very cool day, but I'll monitor that very closely. Premier Generators bringing us our threat outlook. I'm watching Thursday for the potential for some strong storms, and then what the flash flood risk with any heavier showers and maybe even some stronger storms from Tuesday through Thursday. But the Thursday is the day that's most on many of our radars as the potential for some localized flooding and again some gusty winds with some of the stronger storms. Weichert Realtors bringing us our extended threat, and still not looking like anything major to worry about next week. Again, the tropics can always spice things up a little bit, but right now things looking kind of quiet with that as well. I am watching an area of low pressure off the African coast. I've been mentioning that in the blog and website. It now has a 70% chance of developing into a depression or storm by the weekend. Still far too early to know if it'll have any impact on the U.S., so I'll keep an eye on that as well. On this day in weather history, brought to us by Bramall Travel, 1902, the first sci-fi film, A Trip to the Moon, is released. 1954, and a dry air mass, that's what an arid air mass is, a dry air mass produced a morning low of 44. So those dry air masses are like a desert air mass. So we had a 44-degree low in Crossville, which set a record. And then the afternoon high heated all the way up to 90, which was just 2 degrees shy of a record high. So we almost had a record low and a record high in the same day. Those dry air masses, like in the desert, where they can be 100 plus in the afternoon and then nearly frost at night. So yeah, those are some crazy situations. 1935, perhaps the most intense hurricane ever to hit the U.S., struck the Florida Keys with 200-mile-per-hour winds. Guys, an EF5 tornado is 200-mile-per-hour winds and greater. The hurricane produced a 15-foot tide and waves 30 feet high. 400 people perished in the storm on that Labor Day. The barometric pressure at Macomb Bay, Florida hits a record low for the U.S. of 26.35 inches. My grandfather spent his early childhood in Fort Myers, Florida. They're in southwest Florida, close to where this hit. And he did remember his parents talking about how close of a call this was, even for the Fort Myers area. My goodness, what a situation. And the Farmer's Almanac has been updated on the website and app. There you see when to make your jam and jelly, when to perm your hair, when to castrate your animals, and even the best fishing days, September 1st through the 7th. So check that out. And don't forget, you can download that Meteorologist Mark app from your app store. It's free. You can find it in your Apple store or your Android store. That way you can keep up with all the updates that'll be coming out when the weather gets active on the Cumberland Plateau. You folks have a wonderful Tuesday and keep looking up for even more weather information. Meteorologistsmark.com or that free Meteorologist Mark app.